Hey everybody, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Grant, these are two teams with some of the highest assist rates in the league.
Yeah, BA. And it really goes to show the unselfish attitude they both have. Not to mention how many skilled passers are on both rosters.
Now Parker kicks it out to Barnes. Three-pointer. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. To the inside. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Love to see this kind of aggression from Okongwu. Great job playing with force inside.
Pass to Jokic. Outside Reeves. Shot clock at 6. Now Parker. Let's go with a three. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Ooh, good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
And he sinks the second. And he nails the third. And so it's Antetokounmpo with it. He brings it up for the Cardinals. Takes it inside. And it's Irving with a rebound. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Ime Udoka and I were able to chat. Right away, we got to talking about Jaylen Brown, and he said he's going to make trouble for us, but with strong coverage and fast rotations, I think we'll do a good job limiting his production. Some confident words from Coach on how they'll slow down Brown's output tonight. Brian?
And Allie, thank you for that.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
Yeah, if you can hit that with regularity, it opens up the floor so much more.
Now here's Irving. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Outside Barnes. Irving. Great positioning on the putback.
That's great work on the glass. That kind of hustle play can energize your team.
Out to Lillard. Antetokounmpo for 3. Jokic grabs the board.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And Grant, for everything else he's accomplished, Giannis hasn't quite mastered the three-point shot.
And you know, he hasn't had to, BA. You want him inside, hitting on those high percentages, shutting down the lane defensively, and of course, controlling the boards.
And it's Lillard with the response triple. No one more competitive than Dame.
Outside for Irving. Here's Parker. Some solid defense from Butler. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up to the Cardinals. Trailing by 5. Lillard can't get it to go.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that, it doesn't go down.
Now here's Jokic. Taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a game.
Well, it's not what he's known for, but Jokic can throw it down when the chance presents itself.
Lillard can't get it to go. And it's Irving off the drive. He's got it. 4 for 4 now. He's automatic.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now here's Parker. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. Here's Reeves outside. It's good on the putback.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Pass to Barnes. Back to Jokic. Here's the 3. Jaylen Brown with a rebound. Here's Undisputed. They grab their own miss. Now here's Okongwu. Stolen by Jokic. Parker with it. Now guarded by Butler. Open shot by Reeves. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
I just love the ball movement.
Lillard outside. Shot to stop the run. Hits a three-pointer. Lillard's got 6.
Hey, that's just another day. Another 3 for Lillard.
Parker outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Driving in. From deep, Jokic. And he can't jam it through. Pass to Butler. Undisputed outside. And the jam by Undisputed.
Wow, Giannis. That is ridiculous.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Parker outside. Pass to Reeves. It's stolen by Okongwu. It's stolen by Irving. Oh, it's stolen by Butler. And that does it for the first quarter. Up by 8. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
The Cardinals, 10.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, guys. Well, Damian Lillard talked about what it would mean to his legacy to win a title. He said, my body of work does speak for itself. I don't think I have to prove it to anybody. It's more for myself, honestly. And I just want to be like, yeah, I've done all these things, but I want a championship too. Back to you, Brian.
Chasing that ring. Okay, thanks for the report, Allie.
Oh, that's how to throw it down. Barnes with an exclamation point.
Jaylen
Brown gets the bucket.
3 points.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
Stan, when you talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo, would you say he's one of the most unguardable players ever?
Well, BA's certainly got to be in the conversation. Besides maybe Wemby, we haven't seen anyone like Giannis when it comes to length and those long strides especially. Plus, he has that strength, too. You could see that coming. Giannis not to be denied, especially at the rim.
Pass to Reeves. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Reeves has got 5 points now this quarter.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
There's the double with Okongwu. Back to Parker. Pass to Reeves. 6 to shoot. Parker inside. Jokic. Good D by Kangwoo.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Here's Undisputed. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, Grant, offense is trying to stretch the D to the breaking point, but it goes beyond just three-point shooting.
Yeah, there's how you position on the perimeter, but, you know, then you also want that vertical spacing, too, where you have a lob threat at the rim.
Well, he's one of the most unguardable players in the league. Antetokounmpo's length and speed is simply otherworldly. Putting that pass right in his stride, didn't have to slow up, and was able to complete the play.
Kept alive.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
George draws the double. Outside Bogdanovich. And Antetokounmpo over to help. Pass to Lively. Back to George. Oh, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. The visitors with the ball. It's a 5-point game. For three, here's Lillard. Lively grabs the miss.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
George outside. Back to Bogdanovich. Lillard comes with a double. George for three.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Lillard right side. Back to Brown. Lets the three fly. Lillard can't get that one to fall.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Pass to Bogdanovich.
2 minutes remaining on the first half. 2 minutes.
Kicks it out to Jackson. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
And here's Lillard. Lillard! What'd you expect?
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
They double-team George. Pass to Lively. Now Bogdanovich. Jackson outside. Here's Powell. 5 on the clock. There's the double with a Kangwoo. Here's George. George with another miss.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
And here's Brown for three. Lively grabs the miss. George with it. Now guarded by Brown. Kicks it to George. Powell outside. It's George on the wing. Over Butler. Outside Bogdanovich. Powell outside. They double him with Butler. From behind the arc. George, and that's good. George has got 5 now.
And they're giving up way too many second chance points.
Out to the right wing. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. That's good. And now he's 5 for 11 in this one.
Well, you set him up and Lillard will knock him down. Nice job being ready.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And we finished off one half of play. They lead by 8. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Pass to Lillard. Back to Brown. Now here's Butler. No good on the triple.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Well, when you think about all the miles Jimmy Butler has on his legs now, how many more does he have left, Grant?
Well, he's been shouldering the load for a long time. But what separates him from the pack is his sheer will and his IQ. So he might might just surprise us a little.
Here's Lillard. Going inside. Lillard for 2.
Well, he's carried them for stretches. What a night for Lillard.
Here's Parker. And Portis comes to help. Outside for Irving. Sends it home from three-point land. 13 points in the game.
That's how they like to see him operate. Big part of their attack.
Lillard can't get it to go. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambled.
Boy, he overdid it there. Too much force on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant one.
You know, it's just hard to watch a player put the well-being of an opponent at risk. He rightfully earned that flagrant.
Yeah, the officials are all over that one, sending a clear message that that kind of roughness is unacceptable.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
And here's the timeout from Mitch Johnson now. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. They double him with Brown. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tipped. And stolen by Irving. The open shot by Parker. Oh, they get a hand on it. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Portis. Here's Parker. Pass to Jokic. And here's Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Well, what else is new? Jokic orchestrating the best passing big man to ever play the sport.
3 points.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Well, a lot of French players are coming into the league, and Rudy Gobert said it's amazing. The first ones, like Tony Parker and Boris Diaw, they've paved the way. Now, French kids aren't scared to dream about the NBA. They have role models that they can look up to and try to follow. Brian?
Merci. Allie, thanks for the report. Offensive board. 3 seconds left. And Jokic throws it down hard.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Pass to Reeves. This one for 3. Lillard, left side. Butler on the wing. The 3-ball. Good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist. Butler's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Yeah, and when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Jokic. Throw it down, Nikola.
Yeah, when you look at Barnes' assist numbers, they show you can run your offense through him, not your average wing.
To the left wing. Undisputed for 3. The 3, here's Lillard. Drops in the 3. Lillard's got 11 points in the quarter.
And he's single-handedly trying to keep them alive. Terrific scoring quarter. Will it be enough, though?
And the dunk by Jokic.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Lillard outside. Gets the 3-ball to go. Lillard's got 29 points.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Back to Parker. Clock at 6. Kicks it out to Barnes. Pass to Reeves. 4-3. It's hauled in by Portis.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And there's the call on Scotty Barnes. That's his first foul. And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And when it comes to rebounding on a per-minute basis, Bobby Portis is one of the best, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, he takes pride in that part of the game. Really active, aggressive. The team feeds off his energy.
Antetokounmpo, left side. They set a pick. Giannis throws it down.
And good luck stopping that. Giannis just makes it look so easy.
George outside. George draws the double. Screen by Lively. Pass to Jackson. And he drives in. And the dunk by Jackson.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Graham, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Left side, Butler. Pass to Lillard. Antetokounmpo outside. 4 on the clock. Here's Butler. Just 4 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Reeves. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the
47.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And here's Parker. Outside Barnes. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Irving. The 3 is up. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. And here's Butler outside. Yes, great play by Lillard to set it up.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Pass to Jokic. Outside Reeves. Now Barnes. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense, given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And there's the call on Scotty Barnes.
Scotty Barnes.
That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
That famous drive of Giannis's, he can just plow through any opposition.
Outside Barnes. Jokic in the post. Pass to Parker. 5 to shoot. Outside Reeves. 3 from Barnes. Pure from three-point range.
Don't see that a ton from Barnes. I mean, he's showing he can really get rid of it.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
A savage reverse jam. That takes great body control.
No question. He was making a statement right there, man. Parker left side. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
Jaylen Brown picks one up.
Team foul.
And he makes the first.
At the line for 2.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
If they keep hitting free throws at this clip, it'll help them seal the deal.
And here's Brown for 3.
Jaylen.
Knocks down the long J.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And they double up Jokic. Jokic, the screen. Down low. Inside, Jokic drops it in.
What a difference a half can make. As much as he struggled in the first 2 quarters, he certainly made up for it with his play in the second half.
And so it's Mitch Johnson here calling timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Appreciate the report, Allie. And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. And Brown has got the ball here for the Cardinals. They trail by 3. That'll be the second of 2 games on the road. Somehow misses the two-handed jam. Pass to Jokic. Going to work in the low block.
Yeah, after a slow start to the game, he's been productive and efficient here in the second half.
Barnes with a rebound.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Right side, Irving. Barnes outside. Here's Jokic. Jokic is doubled. And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. Looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Shot clock at 3. Oh, the shot is off. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Cardinals. Trailing by 5. The 3 dropped in by Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler coming up big with the game on the line.
Here's Jokic. Now Barnes. Wide open look. The jumper is good.
Oh my, just what they needed. Barnes with a crucial burst of offensive energy.
And as a coach, it's such a luxury to have a player like Giannis, someone you can always rely on.
Here's Jokic. From deep. Oh, what range from the big man, Jokic.
Well, we've seen Jokic do this before, coming through in the biggest moments.
Antetokounmpo with it. Parker picks him up. And Giannis Antetokounmpo picks up that foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes it difficult to defend.
The triple drop.
And not really a go-to for Barnes, but nice stroke on the corner shot.
Brown outside. Too much Giannis.
Big moment, get it to your big player. Giannis with a huge basket.
Parker outside. Outside Reeves. Now Barnes. 4 on the clock. Ooh, the 3 doesn't go.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good. You expect this from an MVP like Giannis. He never gives up on the game. Woo! Gotta love it.
We're going the other way. This might be a turning point.
Massive possession here.
Brown downhill.
Well, look, Brown is a handful. Sometimes you just have to foul.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. And he's able to hit the second one. And that narrows the lead down to just 3.
And by missing that free throw, now a 3 could even the score. Not ideal.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Irving. Oh, that's a man on a mission right there.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
And so they get the victory here at home. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding up.